I'm Dr. Scott Fuller. Managing sitting has become more and more important with Corona jail. So many people are working from home now and sitting in makeshift workstations, right? I have people telling me that they're sitting on the couch, that they're working on their laptop, that they tend to be sitting more without the natural breaks in an office environment. Plus, if you have kids, you tend to be substitute teaching with the kids and keeping them on track. And gyms are closed, people are not getting enough exercise. So lots more sitting in bad positions, not moving our bodies enough. Let's manage that a little bit better, and that's what I'm going to talk about here. Remembering that, why is it so important to maintain our spine? We certainly do not want to end up like this. And this is such a common scenario, right? This is common, but not normal. It's common to see this decline, and many of us might even think that this is acceptable or typical or expected. So, but we know people that are older that end up over here in this scenario, and wouldn't that be a nice thing? So we have to take action now so we don't have this decline over time. Now that we're stuck on computers all the time and smartphones and so forth, we have to watch that activity even more so. Why is it so important to take care of your spine? Well, you only get one spine. You can't get a new one if it breaks down. You don't want arthritis and spinal degeneration, stiffness, pain, chronic pain, and so forth. Number one source of chronic pain in the human body is the lower back. So we need to manage these things. But something else you need to keep in mind too. Taking care of your spine is taking care of everything. When you are taking care of your spine, you're taking care of the nervous system that controls all of your organs, glands, tissues, hormones, chemicals, heart, blood vessel, everything. The number one feedback to the brain to keep the brain working is the spine. Better spine, better brain, better spine and brain, better body, better organs, better everything. When you see people deteriorate in spine, you tend to see people deteriorate in many other body functions as well. That's why it's so important. So let's take good care of your spine moving forward. Sitting management. Here's what's been working. I just want to go over some of these things. You can always go to my YouTube page if you want to dive in a little bit deeper. The key is enough breaks, taking enough breaks, and what I suggest is 30 seconds every 30 minutes. So if you're going to be sitting for a while, working at home, Monday through Friday, the whole thing, 30 seconds every 30 minutes. Set your phone on a timer that will go off every 30 minutes, and you'll be surprised. It's like, wow, that's 30 minutes went over again so quickly, right? But if we don't, that sitting is just going to let us deteriorate over time. And you want to be taking action and stretching before you have pain. My back hurts. My back hurts off and on for 35 years. I know that when I sit too long, my back hurts. So I have an automatic built-in alarm clock, which makes me get up and move my body before it's even more of a problem. So I'm getting up every 30 minutes anyways. So 30 seconds every 30 minutes. Then do purposeful things for your body on those breaks. What you can do is you stand. It's just nice to get out of the chair and stand. Stand. Maybe you do 10 twists. Okay. Now check with your doctor, check with your chiropractor, check with your therapist first if these exercises are appropriate. Also do them safely. Make sure that there's nothing around you that you're going to bang into. Make sure there's nothing you're going to trip over, right? So be safe and check with your doctor, therapist, or chiropractor. So maybe on one break, 30 seconds, you do 10 twists and maybe 10 side bends. And you can review these on my YouTube page. So I've got lots of exercises on there. Boom, there's one break. Sitting, 30 minutes later, alarm goes off, reset it, and you can stand up and do an extension stretch. Shoulders down and back, not up. Down and back. Chin goes back to comfort, only to comfort. Hold for 10 seconds. Relax. Do another one. Shoulders back and down. Chin back to comfort. This makes sense, right? To do this exercise, to be the opposite in this direction, right? Opposite of sitting-itis, right? So you pull back like this, hold for 10 seconds, back to your work you go. For some of you, maybe you stand up on the next 30-second break, and if this is appropriate, just jog in place, right? You do this for 30 seconds, back to work you go. If you have a jump rope, and it's appropriate to do it inside your house, grab the jump rope. On the next break, you do this for 30 seconds, right? Maybe some of you remember some of the other exercise boot camp activities that you can do. Maybe you do a wall squat. Come back with a ball or not a ball. You sit back here, get into a slight squat position. Notice I'm not going down very far. Shoulders down and back, right? Rotate the arms outward. Hold a squat for 30 seconds, or if that's appropriate for you, and then come back and do your work. I want to show you some lying down exercises as well, so I'm going to transition here. Coming down here. And you can do some lying down exercises. Again, you can review these on my YouTube page. So you might decide, I'm going to do some of those spine stretches that I know, and yoga stretches too. So some people's favorites for their back are the knee rolls. Knees bent, feet down. You roll slow and gentle for 15 or 20 of these. That's your break. Maybe you do some bridging. So you'll pop up like this. Notice my heels are driving in, toes are up. And notice I'm not fully extending. I'm sitting down like this. If appropriate, maybe you do a one-legged bridge. Maybe 10 seconds on one side, 10 seconds on the other. That's another break. Maybe you do knees to chest. Stretch and hold. Back. Right now these feel fabulous. Stretch and hold and back. If your knees are sensitive, come underneath and stretch. You can do a variety. There's hundreds of exercises you can do. I'm just showing you a few. Up on over. Do cat stretch. Come back to neutral. Sit back and do child's pose right away if this is appropriate for your knees. Do each one of those for 10 seconds. There's a 30-second break. And so on and so on. You can do a variety of stretches. Mix them up. Make a list. Have a list of these exercises right by your desk, right by your laptop, whatever you're using. These exercises you can go all over and over again as time goes along. So the key is taking those timed breaks, 30 seconds every 30 minutes. And here's the rest of it too. I suggest you schedule. A lot of people are doing this if they're using an electronic calendar, something on their phone. Schedule in longer breaks. So let's say you're going to be working for a couple of hours, 3 hours, and then you go outside and take a 15-minute walk. A lot of the people that I work with are doing better of taking 3 15-minute walks as opposed to 1 45-minute walk. So you work for a couple of hours, scheduled walk, goes outside for 15 minutes, come back to work. A couple of hours later, a longer walk. Okay? Get outside. With Corona Jail, we know being outside is safe. Being outside is great for your immune system. Being outside, if it's sunny out and your skin tolerates it, getting a little bit of vitamin D is huge for your immune system. Breathing fresh air, just getting outside and enjoying nature, very healthy for your immune system, and it's going to make everything in your body stronger. Never mind you getting out and moving. Drag the kids with you as well. So get outside and do that. Maybe around lunchtime you take a longer break and you're going to do a boot camp online. Now that finally here in July of 2020 that other boot camps are being held outside and so forth, so you can start participating in those. And if you can, then you probably know 5 or 10 or 15 exercises from your exercise classes in the past. You can just do your own thing. Maybe you go for a 15-minute walk and you do 10 minutes of resistance exercise at home, and there are the breaks. But the key with that is to schedule it. A lot of people are also scheduling in meditation time, even if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, more on that on another show. You can also schedule in some deep breathing. Just make sure if you're doing deep breathing, don't do deep breathing when you're driving. That will just keep things safe. Remember, managing the sitting position is so critical. I have seen in my chiropractic office with Corona Jail over the past 3 months, people are sitting more, falling apart, and they were so grateful and so happy that we've been open so we can help them and their families. I'm Dr. Scott Fuller. Please join me again.